Hello, my name is Ankit Alex Hansda, UR15CS258, and I have made this video to explain about the third experiment of Data City Lab, that is implementation of queue using arrays. So first we will include the required header files, and next I will initialize the required functions. We will discuss about these functions later. Here I have globally initialize some variables. First is this queue array. This will store the values elements of queue in the array, and next is n. This will store the size of the queue, and this rear, it is a variable which will point to the rear of the queue, and front is then a variable which will point to the front of the queue, which will require for entering and deletion from the queue. So first is void in queue. This function is to enter elements into the queue. So first we will check whether the queue is full or not. For that we will use the isFull function. So the isFull function, it will give the condition that if rear, that is the rear position, is equals to n minus 1, and here n is the size of the array, that is max minus 1, it will return 1, that is the queue is already full and it cannot accept any more elements. So when this condition is checked, and if it is false, if it is true, it will print on the screen that the queue is full, but if it is false, the element will be entered into the queue. Next is dequeue. This dequeue element is to delete elements from the queue. So it will check whether the queue is empty or not. For that we will use that isEmpty function. So isEmpty function will check whether the queue is empty or not. For that it will give the condition, that if rear is equals to front, then we will know that the queue is empty, and if it is not, then we know that the queue is not empty. So when this condition is fulfilled, I mean that is if it is empty, it will print in the screen that the queue is empty, but if it is not empty, it will delete the first element, that is the first element which have entered in the queue. It will delete that element. Since the front is still at minus 1, and we have initialized here, it's minus 1, so when the first element is deleted, it will become 0 since it's incremented, and the element at q0 will be deleted. So these are the basic functions. Now for creating the menu, and one more function is left, that is the display function. This function will display the present status of the queue, that is the element present in the queue. So first of all, this display function will check whether the queue is empty or not. If it is empty, it will print that the queue is empty, else it will print all the elements of the queue. So now we have all the basic functions here. Now let's move to main function. In the main function we will create a menu for the user to enter, delete, display the queue and all. So and for accepting the choice, I have initialized here a ch, and this t is to accept the value which will be entered into the queue, and this I, here I have used the infinite loop to continuously ask the user to if the options, that is if he wants to enter the queue, delete from the queue, display the queue, or exit. So using this switch case, I have made the menu, and from the option it will do the respective functions and continue. And when the user enters 4, it will return 0, that is it will exit the loop, and the program will be completed. So now let's try some samples. Let's try a queue of 4, size 4. Let's enter some queue, and then so I have entered 4 elements. Now if I try to enter any more elements, it shows queue is full. Now I will try to display queue. See, 1 2 3, all the queue are present. Now I will delete from the queue. we get deleted and 1. That is the first element we entered into the queue. It has been deleted. Now if I try to enter any more elements, it still shows the queue full because it has been already filled and no spaces are left and nothing can be entered in the queue after it is full. So that's how it works, and thank you.